Hello there, my name is Victor and I would like to present to you my portfolio that contains a web application called Guitar Go that I have created and designed during CareerFoundry's UX design course. My portfolio basically starts with a little introduction that tells you that Guitar Go is a responsive web application that allows users to make an appointment, take guitar lessons from professional guitar teachers. I spent some time during the course to create this web application. So I've been working on it from February 2021 to October 2021. My role was a UX UI designer. I use my computer, pen and paper, Balsamic for the mid-fidelity prototypes, Figma for the high-fidelity prototypes, Keynote to edit some images, also to submit a lot of my tasks for the course. The whole process basically started with the problem statement. In our case, it is that our users need a way to make an appointment with a guitar teacher because they want to learn how to play and need help with their guitar skills. Here at the very beginning, some possible solutions were also defined, such as teachers will be available for anyone, from any backgrounds to take lessons. Users will be able to see that they speak to real professionals. Users will be able to see the ratings of teachers. Users will be able to make appointments days in advance. And then basically we had to do some research. I started with competitive analysis of two platforms. One was PhotoStudy, the other one was Tutorful. They were basically similar to Guitar Go in a way that both of these websites or applications provide helps or lessons to the users online. So yeah, I analyzed both of these applications, and I created a SWOT analysis for the both of them. Then the next part of the research was the surveys and the user interviews. I had 17 questions for the surveys. I got 29 responses and they were up online for 48 hours. And then for the user interviews, I had 4 participants. Each sessions were roughly 30 minutes and I had 16 open-ended questions for these interviews. The goals here were basically to find out about users' habits when it comes to use apps or websites when getting help online. I wanted to find out about their likes and dislikes, about expert applications, the app's features, or just apps and websites in general that my participants were using. After the surveys and the interviews, it was time to analyze the data that I collected. I did affinity mapping. I'm doing that here on this video. So I did affinity mapping to organize the data that helped me reveal deeper insights, ideas, and solutions. Then, digging even deeper, it was time to discover who I was designing for. So I created user personas. Anna, Mason, and Robert were born. On my portfolio, I actually wanted to highlight Robert and his journey. A journey map was made for Robert as he is booking and paying for a lesson using Guitar Go. Then based on the journey map, I could make a user flow that would show every step how Robert would use the application from the entry point to the succession criteria. After all the research, I had to think about the information architecture for Guitar Go. So I asked again for some help here, and I conducted open card sorting online. Participants helped me to group together all the elements, and based on that I was able to create a sitemap for the application. And then as I had the sitemap as well, I started doing the design concepts. I started making low fidelity prototypes using simply pen and paper at first, and then later on these ones turned into clickable prototypes using Figma. As I had the clickable prototypes, I asked 6 users to participate in a usability test. All tests were done remotely. I observed the users' behaviors and thoughts, so later I could iterate and update any design decisions. After the interviews, I identified the main usability issues. Some of the users were a bit confused about the calling process or editing the selection they could choose to book. Others had issues with the payment methods, or that the users' names were not listed by the reviews. Based on the findings, the app went through several iterations. Here on my portfolio I am showing some of them, like what happened to the navigation, the evolution of the home page, and the onboarding as well. I also wanted to show on my portfolio the design system that was made for Guitar Go. A full guideline, style guide can be downloaded clicking on this link here, and then basically it's a 10 pages PDF documentation about the whole style guide. But also here on my portfolio I wanted to show some of the design systems. Here I talk a little bit about the colors. A video on the right also shows the colors, what the application went through over the time, and then the typography, icons, text fields, and then the buttons, and then finally we have some of the Polish designs. We can click on them if we want to have a look at them a little bit closer. Otherwise, the portfolio keeps rotating them, and I also added a video here where I talk about Guitar Go and its functions. So if any visitor clicks on the play button, the video starts, where I basically did a walkthrough of the application. I talk about the onboarding, the sign up process, and also some of the main functions of the app. And then finally I talk about what I learned over the course and over the design process for Guitar Go. And then any visitor can contact me here using my LinkedIn or email, or just using my portfolio website contact form. That is the end of my portfolio presentation. Thank you very much for watching. You have a good one, and bye for now. Thank you.